So I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in 2010, and what Crohn's disease is, it's a chronic inflammatory illness that affects your intestines. So it affects the food you eat, how your body absorbs nutrients, and can cause a lot of pain. And when I first was diagnosed, I really wasn't in any pain. I really felt normal. And I remember running into a former pastor of mine, and he told me that this disease was going to take management, that I would really need to be a manager of this disease to be in control of it. And I kind of blew him off, didn't really think that there was much to that because I felt fine. But later, as the disease progressed more and more, it really did start affecting every aspect of my life. I couldn't really do the things I wanted to do anymore. I couldn't eat the things I wanted to eat anymore. I think I ate mashed potatoes and gravy for about 3 months straight, just because it was about the only thing my body could absorb and I could get down. And I couldn't really go out with my friends, couldn't do anything I just wanted to do. It really started to affect every aspect of my life. So I got down to about 120 pounds, and after multiple hospital visits and pretty much every medication they had later, I knew I had to do something to try to beat this thing, something more than just doctors and medications. So I remember hearing about Moses, and that Moses was able to extend his life from spending so much time with God, and his face actually shone brighter than the rest of the Israelites, so he had to wear a veil to cover his face. And I remember thinking, well, Moses was just a guy, he could do it, so what's stopping me? So I remember just opening up my Bible and start in Genesis 1 and just kept reading from Genesis 1 on, and just spent multiple hours in prayer and just reading the Word. And I remember my life to kind of begin to turn around at that point, where not so much maybe physically, but spiritually I remember really getting healed at that point. So even though I was doing well spiritually, I still wasn't doing very well physically. And I remember the pain got so bad one night that we just had to go into the emergency room and do something about this. So my wife called one of my very good friends, and they both pretty much had to drag me and carry me to the emergency room. And I ended up having a bowel obstruction that night and needed to have emergency surgery in the morning. So after having surgery, the doctors told me that I would probably still have complications and that Crohn's would probably still affect areas of my life. But that was over 2 years ago, and so far I'm completely symptom-free. Crohn's is almost more of an afterthought now than anything. Eat the things I want to eat. I can do the things I want to do, and just live life pretty free. So in the end, I'm thankful for the trials I went through because it helped me build my faith. I'm thankful for the experiences I had because it helped me become a better friend and a better husband. And in the end, I'm thankful that Jesus is a healer.